The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.
Friends don't let friends miss a minute of Kilmeade and Friends.
Why doesn't he show his birth certificate? And you know what? I wish he would, because I think it's a terrible pall that's hanging over him. He should show his birth certificate. The other thing, if you go back to my first grade, my kindergarten, people remember me. Nobody from those early years.
That's not true.
There's something on that birth certificate that he doesn't like.
And did he think he did that, Steve Ducey, as you join us in studio, fresh up from Fox and Friends, because he knew it would create publicity? But does he really need publicity on The View?
I don't think that he had any intentions of bringing that up, but I think he wound up getting led into it, and then he responded, and he asked, you know what, Brian, there are a lot of people who say the same thing. It's like, well, why doesn't he just show the birth certificate? Donald Trump said he believes that the president was born in the United States, so why doesn't he just show it? What's up with that?
Well, well, his mom's American. We all know that.
Yeah, she's from Kansas.
Isn't it true? And Steve, did you ever take law or watch law shows on TV?
I was pre-law, and I was in law school for a minute.
Well, we'll find out how pre.
Mm-hmm.
If your mom is American,
right?
Does it matter where you're born?
Well, you wouldn't be necessarily an American if you were born. If he were born in another country and he is born to American parents, that means he was born in that country. It's, you know. Does that answer your question?
It means you don't know, really?
No, it means if he was born in another country, even though his mother is an American, you would...
How about this?
I don't think so.
My mom decides that she would like me born in Canada.
Sure.
Am I a Canadian
for the beer.
citizen? Yeah, or am I an American?
Were you, so at the time of delivery, your mom drives up to Montreal? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Tax purposes.
Water breaks in
Shelter dogs
Toronto.
are mutts like me.
Right. So you
what
don't
is
know.
that?
That was not in the semester that you
listen,
thought about taking pre-law.
Think about it this way.
Did you watch Paper Chase in the 70s?
Think about it this way. Richardson, the governor of New Mexico, right? When his parents were from Mexico, right? Bill Richardson, Brian?
Yes.
And so when it was time for the mother to deliver, didn't they go to the United States so he would be an American citizen?
By train.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm not really sure if that helps me.
Well, it has to do with that amendment to the Constitution.
Gary in Los Angeles. Gary, you're on.
Brian, I cannot believe how ignorant you are. This issue has been out there for years on the Internet. He's not a natural-born citizen. His father was a Kenyan. He was a dual national under Article 2, Section 1. That's the whole issue. He's not a natural-born citizen under the Constitution. The laws of nation, Vattel's law of nations that the Founding Fathers used. That's why President and Vice President are the only two that can't be native-born. They have to be natural-born, born on the soil of American citizen parents.
Listen,
wake up, Brian.
Well, listen, you can calm down, Gary. Gary, number one, does President Obama now have a track record of 2.5 years? Do you think that he is not going to be president because people don't think the Hawaiian birth certificate that they showed is not good enough?
Brian, it's not a birth certificate, it's a colb. Sun Yat-sen, who was born in China, he has a Hawaii colb. There's 4 different versions, Brian. Wake up. There's 4 different fraudulent versions.
Now, Brian, here's
common sense will tell you, Brian, that he's hiding something. Nancy Pelosi, they had forged certifications on the nomination.
What's he hiding?
Wake up, Brian.
What's he hiding, Gary? Gary, what's he hiding?
Wake up, Brian.
What's he hiding?
You're covering for your job.
What Gary's saying, and thanks, Gary. What Gary's saying is if the current president of the United States was born in another country, he would not be eligible for president.
Here's more with Donald, and now Whoopi Goldberg brought this to race. Cut 15.
Donald, I love you too. I think that's the biggest pile of dog mess I've heard in ages.
The question is, why not show it, right? There's something on his birth certificate he doesn't want to show.
It's not because he's black.
Let him show has nothing to do with that.
I've never heard any white president asked to be shown the birth certificate. When you become a president of the United States of America, you know that he's American. I'm sorry, that's BS.
Now, Donald Trump, more from the birther question. Next.
Let me just tell you, I was a really good student at the best school. I'm not like a smart guy, okay? They make these birthers into the worst idiots.
Did you beat Obama?
I think if I run and win and get the nomination, I definitely think I could beat Obama.
There you go.
So, I mean, I just, out of all the issues he brought up, all the others are resonating.
Sure.
The China taking
Brian,
advantage of us, world trade.
This issue is resonating too, because there are people, the birthers who believe he was not born in this country. But at the same time, there are a lot of people who are going, yeah, that's probably a good point. Why don't we just see the birth certificate?
Well, how about
Keep in
this?
mind,
Right.
Donald Trump is saying he thinks President Obama was probably born here. Let's just see it. That's all he's saying.
Well, do you think the same people that say he was not born here are the same people who think 9/11 was an inside job?
Not necessarily.
I'll tell you what, call us up.
But I do believe that it is the first time in history that fire has ever melted steel.
Barbara Walters, in my opinion, rused the day that she put that animal on her show.
1-866-408-7669.
Are you asking, are truthers the same as birthers?
I think there's a lot of people who have the same thing.
Maybe.
Listen, President Obama, he is an American citizen. You might not like the way he's
But
president.
the question is, was he born in the United
I'm
States?
sure he's born in the United States. Listen,
I have Muslim members of my family.
Why haven't we met them?
The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.